She threw an egg up in the air. And then fucking bapped it with her titty across the room.
Did it break? The egg or
Nope.
the tit?
Nope.
Oh.
Wow. That's where the talent is.
Yeah, wow. Have
It's
you
true.
guys seen the videos of that guy on Reddit who, like, I think the first one I saw, he, like, what's the best way to describe it? The first one I saw was he pulled, the tablecloth under the dishes thing, whoosh, when none of the dishes fall.
Yeah.
He did
Oh,
that,
on
but,
his-
like,
on
between
his-
his butt
yep.
cheeks and, like, whoosh-ah, and he's got, like, a bunch of different
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
butt cheek related
Oh,
pull-offs.
yeah, I thought you were
good.
talking about the Asian dude that does
Me
it.
too.
There's the
Yeah.
teacup with the plate on his pecker.
No, I don't know what that is. Teacup with the plate on his...
Same thing. He's completely naked, but he has the sheet on,
Yeah.
and then a teacup and a plate on a plate,
Uh-huh.
and then he pulls and then just the teacup and the plate are on his junk, and he's like, "Hey, I
And
did
he pulls it with his junk, though? What do you...
No,
the-
pulls it with his hand.
Oh, the impressive part here is that he wedges the tablecloth betwixt his butt cheeks, and then he spins and he pulls the tablecloth out with his butt
can't!
cheeks.
Oh!
Welcome to the Talking Reckless Video Game Podcast. What's the most impressive thing you've pulled out from under dishes with your butt cheeks? Join the discussion. It's like I'm on radio now. Warren Barris.
Full dining table.
Entire roast beef.
The whole thing.
Warren Barris is here for the first time in a long
Hello,
time.
everybody. How are you?
We're fine. Brandon Lynch is here.
Hi. How are you doing?
Good. I'm glad we're bringing the energy down. I was worried that we were going to be too
No.
active for these somber ass video games.
You don't want to start too high. You want to build to it.
Yeah,
like a
no, that's
roller
a good-
coaster. You know.
That's a fair point. My name's Matt Eads, and I see that Alberta is trending in politics on Twitter. Let's just go ahead and close that. Just get out of it. It's a bad place sometimes, Twitter.
Not good.
Nope. It's worse and worse every day. Sometimes I see something that
Twitter's
makes
wonderful.
me laugh, but okay.
You just gotta follow the right things. That's all. Don't look at the trending.
Yeah, when you-
don't do that.
Yeah. When you, like, compare it to all other social media, Twitter's where it's at. It's
Yeah.
fucking, like, customizable in a way that I can kind of get only
Yeah.
what I want, or at least people who I like making fun of the things I don't want.
Yeah, it's easy to get away from the racists if that's what you want.
The radio station account, when we first, well, I shouldn't say when it was before I was here, when they first launched the Twitter account, it had like an automatic follow back thing that was somehow set up. And I went through and cleaned it up like a couple years ago just because our numbers were stupid and there was a bunch of like inactives, whatever. So it took like 3 hours, but I just went through and was like clicking on profiles, whatever. And somebody's been following people back because today there was an account that popped up that was like big breast pics or something like
great.
that I was like, why? Did like somebody not realize that they were logged into the work account and wanted to follow this on their own account? I don't know, but
At
I
least
may
it
have
was
followed it on my own account now, so they got that going for me.
like that. Yeah, but sex is whatever. At least it wasn't like a follow back from. I'm not even gonna.
Hitler.
There are that was kind of where
Oh,
my
yeah.
mind went of like something along those. Maybe not exactly just Hitler followed you, but you know.
But I think that was why I went through it originally. Was like, why did we ever have that? Because people pay attention to who you follow now, and like this is
yeah,
it just needs to be.
stupid. The whole thing is
care of.
stupid. Burn it down. Start again. I'm gonna start my own platform. 24 characters. Join me on Matter. Oh, that's a good name. Mattr.
Can't
That's
say
what
that.
you do. What do you? It's like Matter, the opposite of antimatter, but it's missing the E. It's very It's very like tech company.
That's where we want to go.
Yeah,
We're like, yeah, let's start over, but go with as much on-brand tech company of a name as we can get.
that's right. Google with 3 O's.
3 of them.
Oh man, what's everybody been up to? Warren Barrett, you and I live together now.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
That's the thing
Jelly.
that happened.
We have, I swept in and stole Brando's man from him. Mm-hmm. And
Swift.
yeah, it was a like soap opera level. It was the brother identical lookalike involved, and revealed the father of the child was the doctor who delivered it. That we all thought was a woman from season 1, but anyways.
I just woke up one day and Warren and everything both of us owned except the mattress I woke up on were gone.
Yeah. It's the way it happens, you know. Prenup, I'll say.
That's right.
It's funny because that's like the exact opposite of how I left the place that we were living at, but that's all right.
numerous trips to, you know, it's a work in progress moving in. You got to take trips, and you're not going to do it all at once.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're past the point of no return now. Literally not allowed to return, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Gave up on the damage deposit. Hey, just no chance.
I think we may if
It's
that
gonna
place
be a
is
bit
how I
more.
think it is, we may have earned value on our damage deposits.
Might be a bill. Might be an extra charge coming in the mail.
I'm almost certain there's going to be an extra bill.
If they were gonna redo the place anyways, you never
No.
know.
There's going to be a bill. There's going to be a bill.
Yeah. The in my damage deposit story, I'm you guys are laughing like you have a shared that time we shit in the wall.
No, we've put it all out there. You know everything we know. It's
the
just
fish
hilarious.
sandwiches in the
There's a
ceiling.
couch in there. There's a table. There's my mattress is still in there.
Just burn the place down at that point.
TVs. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set it ablaze.
We have pretty good digs now, I guess. I don't know. Any thoughts on the living situation?
Oh, it's significantly. The digs are significantly improved.
We have a big patio,
place that we lived in.
big
We
balcony.
do. That's a
We had
big deal
bad
too.
digs.
It's a big deal. I like a nice big patio.
Got the old privacy screen up there so that even though everyone can hear me smoking weed, at least they can't see me smoking weed now. as
That's the
I'm-
thing that really bothers you. Hey, you really don't like the people hearing you.
It's because I can hear. It doesn't bother me at all, but I can hear somebody because I just hack. I just cough. Just for like it's bad, and I can hear other people just hacking out their lungs. I'm like, oh yeah, somebody smoking weed. Awesome,
My brothers.
awesome.
But exactly, that's your
But,
reaction.
it's
So why
'cause-
wouldn't their
I don't
reaction be
know.
the same for you?
Because the people upstairs, it obviously bothers the people upstairs who we're feuding with.
Fuck the people
but
upstairs.
fuck the people upstairs. But what if it bothers other? I just don't want to be a nuisance. You know, I don't want anyone
That's fair.
to. I want to be invisible. I want to be a voyeur. You know, I like to
I respect
watch. I just don't want to. It's because it used to be illegal, and that mentality has never ever left me. I used to be the biggest fucking sketch case when we smoked, like the biggest.
That's fair.
Fuck
Yeah,
the people upstairs.
The dude that originally lived in the first floor apartment below 316 knew that I smoked weed specifically because, quote, I could hear you guys cough up there all the time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That guy was weird, but all right.
He got on his knees in our apartment and
That's
asked
so
for
weird.
weed.
I think you've told that story on here before, but just in case you
Pretty sure.
haven't, that's like one. I was there that time.
The bowl piece out of the bong that I had at the time slipped out of my fingers and fell to the ground on the first floor, and we kind of collectively said, "Fuck going down there to get it. We'll just
Whatever.
leave it. And
We
go
got
get a
lots
new
of
one."
bowl pieces.
Yeah. And then, like, I don't know, a month or two later, the dude fucking just shows up at our door. Like, somebody knocks on the door. Nobody ever knocks on our door. And I'm like, okay. And me and our other buddy, Monch, was just, like, hanging out. Brand was probably there, too. And he's like, hey, I think this belongs to you. And he had clearly, like, cleaned it, a.k.a., like, scraped out all the resin
smoked
stuff that was
all
in there.
that fucking res.
It's like, I think this belongs to you. And I was like, why? He's like, well, I can hear you guys coughing up there all the time. And I was like, okay,
What are you, a cop?
thank you. And then he's like, hey, I don't suppose you have any extra weed that you could give me. And both, like, Monchi, being the kind-hearted idiot that he is, was immediately like, sure, come on in. And I'm like, Monch, like, we don't know who this fucking guy is. Like,
It was illegal at that point.
and then we, like, turn around and go grab, like, we're going to grab him just the tiniest little bit and be like, okay, fine, just to get him out of here. We turn around, and then I turn back around, and he's inside the doorway, literally on his knees. Like, I don't know if he was just tired or what, but he's just on his knees.
He was
and,
ready
like,
to blow you
like,
for this weed.
He's going, just take this nugget and get the fuck out and never talk to me again.
It's so fucked. The
Then he
people.
moved shortly after, thankfully. But
Yeah, we live with a better class of people now. We are the degenerates.
it's true.
The way
we're
it
the,
should
we're the
be.
problem.
Yeah. It's real nice. I'm looking forward to having the boys over here soon. We'll get that fire. We got a fire table outside, which I mean it's 1,000 degrees up, but when it's not, it's really cool. Heck of a.
Yeah, it's nice. That was a good acquisition. Was that fire table?
Yeah, it's real dope.
Like
I like living here a lot. I was like I mean I don't know. Our carpets are still. I don't think I'm crazy. I'm vacuuming almost every day, and still the carpet or the like vacuum thing is full of like carpet fuzz, carpet fibers.
That's how carpets work, man.
What,
you don't know how carpets
you
work?
never had carpets before? You never lived in a place with carpets? So we've like vacuumed the carpet off, basically. We've only been here for a month, but that's the problem with being a crazy person right when you move in, is then when there are other problems, you're like, well, the breaker keeps flipping when it shouldn't. Should I really? Are they going to think I'm fucking insane because it's not going to do it when they're here?
Since you put your electrical prowess to use, I don't think it's flipped since, has it?
It totally did one night when like nothing was on. Like it is fucked. Something is fundamentally wrong with the way that thing was installed.
Good.
But here we are. Suing my former landlord for the damage deposit. So fucking. They sent me
I think that's what's important is it's not about being crazy with this new one. It's about being crazy to as many landlords at once as you can.
All of them.
That's
equal
right.
crazy.
In my defense, and Warren can back me up, I was like rightfully crazy. They fucked us around from the word go. The moving in here was a complete fucking gong show.
Before we even got in there.
Yeah.
Before we even moved, or we're even like a week out from moving, we barely got the keys and we were getting fucked around.
Complete gong show. I mean, I went off on some people, but it had to be done. What was I even going to say? I don't even remember now. I'm all fired up about something.
You're talking about your the situation with your old landlord.
Oh yeah,
Court date.
Yeah, it's September, which is a long time. That's a long time to have that much money like locked in limbo. But filed the court case, and then just this morning got a check for the amount previous to the court case, but now there is the filing cost of the court case, so I can't cash this. It's a whole fucking thing where...
So what, they're paying you what they owed you in the first place?
Yep, plus the $7 for the check bouncing, but now it's another $75 because I filed the court case, and like it's a... What a fuck around. Where if there
you don't have to go to court now?
No, they owe me $75 more now.
Because of the I see.
Yeah, because it costs $75. So they gave me the amount. Are like, oh, you're gonna file? Oh, okay, here you go. I'm like, no, too late, too fucking late. Which is
once the papers has been served.
So frustrating, so fucking frustrating. And like now over $75, it is. Like it is a lot of work. It turns out serving papers is a real fucking hassle if someone doesn't want to be served papers. Or I gotta get an affidavit of me either delivering it to them or them signing there. Just a whole thing. So we'll see. But I do have a check that I won't cash because what is it gonna fucking bounce again? And just like if there had been literally any communication,
again, don't you just get more money?
I have no idea. The thing is filed. Like if there had been any communication at all, literally any, this whole thing would have been avoided because they probably been like, oh yeah, you got us, we'll send you the money. But going through this 80-year-old landlady who, her and I communicate through text, but to get anything to the owners of this place, I have to write her a written letter and post mail it to her, and she has to forward it to. It's such a fuck around. Where like, just give me this person's fucking phone number, or
email.
Only in the case of emergencies can I give out their contact info. So it's been this whole like added layer of bullshit. It's super frustrating and super stressful. And fucking hate it. Absolutely hate it. Landlords are real pieces of shit, it turns out. Like in the middle of, towards the end of the pandemic of all times. Fuck off. Upsetting. Anyways. That's my complaining corner for the week. Week.
Remember
Does that
Speaker's
imply
Corner?
you can't complain at any other point?
Yeah, I save it all up for you on the podcast, and just Warren. Like as soon as Warren goes to bed, I just start complaining to his door. I'm like, I don't know if you're awake, but I got a list of grievances
Here's
mile
my
long.
list for today. Roll out the parchment paper.
Brando didn't
Here
laugh
we
at my
go.
joke on the podcast today, and that really hurt my feelings.
Starting in chronological order, 7:54 this morning.
Yeah, Eva bit me again, and
Yeah.
no, she doesn't bite, but
Woke up sans erection today.
yeah, hate it. Hate it. Or
You,
you wake up What's the opposite of sans? Dans? Dans? In?
Sure, yeah.
I think, right? If I wanted a burger with avec, a burger with cheese, avec fromage.
I always thought sans was Latin.
No.
But you're right, it is also French.
Yeah, it's French. If you are... I don't think it's Latin. Is it? Now I'm questioning everything I know. Anyways, if you are avec erection and just in the wrong position, that's also a bad morning. The joke really plays when we stop for like 45 seconds for a complete side tangent about the etymology
language.
Of the fucking word.
I mean, it does. The origin is Latin, but Old French is sans with a Z.
Goodness. With a Z.
Absent.
Huh.
Latin absentia becomes sans.
Oh, yeah. Absent. I see it. Mm-hmm. You guys play any video games? You want to talk about any of that stuff? Not me. Okay, I have a question, actually, because I played a game, but I watched Warren. Did you guys know Warren plays Fortnite? Like, on the regs?
Yep.
Did I know that Warren plays Fortnite?
Did you know that Warren played?
I did not know that Warren. No.
Did you, the audience, know? I knew that Warren casually played Fortnite. Of like, oh, my buddies are playing Fortnite, I'll play with it. I did not know that Warren was like a like multiple hours a week Fortniteist.
Well, I mean, exactly what you said. I only play it when they want to play it, and even then, I think you heard me trying to convince them to stop playing it like 3 or 4 times this week. So.
I'm not here to judge. I'm just surprised.
It's small doses, very small doses is all I can really do. I get tired of it real fast.
What even is that game anymore? There is like fishing competitions. There is crafting. There are like it's Apex now also in a lot of ways apparently. Like Kratos and Luke Skywalker are fighting. Like, what the fuck is Fortnite these days? There's
It's for children.
Big spaceship in the sky. It might be for everyone and no one at the same time. It's like this weird amalgamation of... It's like the Ready Player One. It's like someone wants to make Ready Player One and are trying their hardest.
But it's a battle royale.
But is it? If you just wanted to get in there and fish, you could. If you and your friends were like, let's see who can catch the biggest fish, you could totally ignore the Battle Royale part and play Fortnite the fishing game.
You'll die eventually.
Which is wild. Of just, we'll see, don't worry about Des, we'll see who gets the biggest
fish. You could go
fish.
into the non-Battle Royale mode and do that as well, I guess.
That's what I was going to ask. There's like a way that you can go to fish and not be killed?
Yeah.
Huh. Wild.
I would assume so. I would assume that you
crazy.
can do it. I've never tried it because that sounds just awful to me. But.
They're having like concerts in Fortnite.
I always thought the point of the fishing competition would be who could catch the biggest fish, and then in big exclamation points while playing Fortnite. Mm-hmm. Like, you gotta fucking stay alive.
Because there's been like the fish are healing items as well, so they're like they are beneficial to your campaign towards victory. There's shield fish, there's splash fish, there's just regular healing fish, there's fish that give you motion like speed boosts and jump higher, and
it's crazy. None of that stuff was in Fortnite when I played Fortnite.
Nothing was in Fortnite when we played Fortnite.
Yeah, that's I think season 2. Most of that stuff came with season 2. I think when they rebooted it.
Yeah,
the crafting and the fish for sure.
That spaceship in the sky is like almost 100% gonna. I mean, I think it's gonna Independence laser beam. It has a big circular part in the middle that sure looks like a big tractor beam. A beam of some kind's gonna shoot out of there.
I mean, they always change the map up slightly, but they've always, like, for the last like 4-ish seasons, they've had like a big bad that you think, oh fuck, they're gonna blow this map up and go back to the original, and they've never done it. So
be a big day.
I don't know. They'll do something. You're right. Like, there's always an event at the end of the season where like they tell you the time, and then you can log in and watch it happen live if you want, or
it's like
just
Destiny.
Give a fuck.
It's so fucked that Fortnite does that thing way better than Destiny does. Destiny, where it would really make a lot of sense and pay off in this really interesting world building way.
Yeah.
And like, they suck ass at it. Their live event was boring as fucking shit.
It was the one we did, right? With
I just stand in the tower for 2 hours and watch the missiles come down or whatever. It was cool because they had never done anything like it, but when you look at some of the other stuff going on, like Korn is playing concerts in Adventure Quest, you know? Korn ain't playing shit in Destiny.
Nope.
Maybe they're playing a Titan or something, I don't know, but they're not playing any music.
Yeah.
Yeah, let that... just leave you with that for a moment. Yeah.
Think about where you think every artist would do their virtual concert.
Really? makes you think. It's one of my favorite things to say these days. Is really makes you think.
Where would we play our virtual concert?
Anywhere and everywhere. We'd be one of those.
Just as long as we get booked, we're there.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly. We'd be
But
one
if
of
we
those
had to pick
bands that
You-
always is putting on their A show if it's 10 people or 1,000 people.
If you need a squid, you got a squid.
If you need We Are a Squid.
Oh, right. That's
Will.
the whole name is We Are Squid,
Yeah.
right?
The full name of our
I
band
forgot.
is all caps. We Are a Squid.
I forgot. I
Three
thought the name was
exclamation
just a
points.
I would say that we would play in the Evolve lobby in front of
To
no
a
one.
crowd of less than
like
10.
six people.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Hell yes.
Just
One of-
the four
one of
people in
which
the
is the
same lobby
monster.
that are still playing, and all of a sudden an event breaks out.
Who out there likes Evolve?
Hope you guys like fucking Nickelback.
Oh.
Fuck, when we all get the band back together, quite literally, we should just do a fucking like 20-song Nickelback playlist.
Yeah. I think, have we not gone? I'm sure we've played the entire Nickelback starting all the way down.
I was gonna say, I think we've done that every time. we
I've
play
never done
game
that.
is
Maybe
play
did it
all
one
of
the
those
ones that didn't
songs.
show up.
Yeah.
Not back to back, if that's what you mean. But I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah.
that we've played all of the songs at least
At
once or
some
twice.
point, yeah.
Yes.
No, you're right.
It's getting closer.
But
Kyle,
you're right, a marathon.
Kyle got a second shot today, so we are.
Have we heard from him? Is he dead?
I haven't checked it in a while. He
Fuck me up.
Yeah, I'll ask him here. How's the arm? It just knocked me out for a few days. I was very tired. We'll see if we can get a live
Mine was only
update.
about 24 hours. I was
Yeah.
still off maybe the next day, but that day after was a write-off. I had
Yeah.
nothing.
I mean, I haven't felt like on, the opposite of off. I haven't felt quite right in a super long time, but it's relatively normal.
Yeah.
What else did I play? I guess I haven't said a game that I played. I played a bunch of Storybook Brawl this week. That was the auto battler that Kevin was talking about a few weeks ago. It's free on Steam, and it is so good. It is tremendous. If you have any affinity for the Hearthstone Battlegrounds or kind of like any auto battler, really, it is a absolutely incredible one of those. It's card-based. It is very like Hearthstone, both in presentation and kind of mechanics, where you'll if you know what Hearthstone cards look like, you look at these and you're like, it's the exact same, has the numbers in the same spot and everything. There are a few more mechanics. I'm not going to go into them specifically because they don't mean anything really, but it's like a really strange. Everybody's pulling cards from the same pool of cards. You all have the same thing you're all grabbing cards from. It's a really strange mixture of like mechanics and tools where, unlike a lot of these other games, it feels like you kind of pick a build pretty early and try to sort of lock that in. In Storybook Brawl, it feels like you are almost every turn changing your entire strategy because there's just such a huge variance in the cards and the way they combo. It like Kevin said earlier, or a few weeks ago rather, there's a lot of RNG. There's a lot of which is randomness. There's a lot of really, really strange effects that interact with other cards in really, really strange ways and will combo into just bizarre combinations, and the game shows you none of it. The game just shows you the outcome and is like, here's what happened. You're like, oh great, I will take your word for all of this. But it is a like really good one of those. The monetization is a little bit they have, I think it's about half the characters or so kind of locked behind you either earn the free currency or buy them. And I've played about 10 hours at this point and only earned enough to buy one character, which is there are a lot
How
of
many
characters.
characters are there? Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head. I'm gonna say somewhere around like
Tens or
30 right now?
ones? Yeah, okay.
and I would assume they're going to add them as they go. It seems really easy to kind of fit new characters into this mold because it's like a bunch of keywords from different games, Magic and Hearthstone and things, just kind of mashed together, and against all odds, it works really well. It is good. It is so good. Super fun. I love it. I think it is the best one of those I've played in a long time.
I'd look that way were it not for my deep hatred of all auto battlers or games with cards anywhere in them.
Fair enough. So the reason I like auto battlers is because I like strategy games and real-time strategy, but I'm bad at the strategy. Not the strategy part. I'm pretty good at the overarching strategy part.
You're bad at the real-time part.
I'm bad at the micro and the real-time. So if I can just kind of sit back and set up the strategy as best I can and then watch it all play out, perfect. That's why I love auto battlers.
You'd be a better football coach than a hockey coach.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's apt.
What? The coaches, the hockey coaches have to play?
No. The hockey coaches, it's a little more like... I mean, this is a terrible analogy. Hockey coaches, it's like there's a flow to hockey, right? Where you're like, hey, do this because this is happening, do this. Whereas football is a lot more like, okay, this happened.
Yeah, set the play up, but you get out there and
set the next play up. Yeah.
I see. Okay,
Yeah,
I
like
see. Hockey, you're reacting live.
Coach 1 puts in his strat, Coach 2 puts in his strat, and then the players
Let's see
do
what
it
happens. Yeah.
for 15 seconds and then do it again.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Whereas in hockey, for example, the coach who won the Stanley Cup just yesterday in real time said afterwards when they were asked him about what it means to be a coach of a 2-time Stanley Cup winner, he said, I don't know, I stand on the bench and chew gum.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it
Because
takes.
at a certain
fucking
point with
beauty.
elite hockey players, they just know what they're doing, and you just put the lines out there and they do what they do.
Right. You do like little tweaks. Like,
Yeah.
this kind of isn't really working. Maybe I'll change this,
This
but it's all
guy,
just happening
over there.
as you're tweaking.
I've learned a lot about hockey living with Warren. Watched a
bet.
little hockey, plays a lot of hockey. I watch you play a lot of hockey.
You started, well, you played a little bit of it, I guess, the tutorial.
Yeah, I thought I might still try to get a handle on things.
We should-
I like playing
You guys
games
ever
with
wanna
Play
play
with,
some-
like, just us, yeah.
Yeah, we do some 3-on-3.
Andy, too.
I got it all installed and everything.
I know the rules of hockey. I know what icing is. I know what.
Good. What we're playing has no rules.
Okay, great. Yeah, well, perfect.
I mean, there is icing in threes. Oh, unless we play that threes, I guess.
Yeah, I was
thinking with
about
Andy,
that
we would have to
threes,
play with 4 of us.
But you're right.
Well, I'd play
There's threes and there's that threes.
It's
That threes we don't talk about.
What is it? 21? Is that the NHL that we play?
22 will
yeah.
usually come out in the beginning of September.
There's like fighting game combos in it. There is. You can kind of choose your control scheme, but there's like 20 combos for like dekes as you approach the goal and like different shots. And do you want to do a spin before you? Like I was taken aback at like, fuck, I'm gonna have to get in like the lab and learn like, all right, into like fireball motion here to spin around backwards and shoot a slap shot or something.
Oh, fuck, the lacrosse goal that you can do from behind the net is like inputting the Konami code.
And
like,
it's not only
fuck,
that,
is that
there's
allowed?
like
Stick, pull,
there's a timing
right.
thing.
Can you reach over the top of a lacrosse net and like whoop, just flick it right in?
A lacrosse net or a hockey net?
Lacrosse net. How tall? You said lacrosse.
Yeah, I did. So a lacrosse, you call it a lacrosse goal, which is one of the many names for it, because you just in lacrosse you just have the ball in a little net, so you can
Yeah.
move it around above your shoulders all you want, and then just tuck it in. As long as you don't step in the circle, so you kind of have to like
That's the
tiptoe and
crease in
fall.
lacrosse is that like if the net is here, there's
Yeah.
a circle around it that
Right.
you can't
So you
go
couldn't
in.
go from behind the net, the ball in your racket, your lacrosse racket. You couldn't go like behind the net and just
I don't
like
think you could
You
reach.
can
Scoop
you
it
can if you
backwards.
jump. As long as your
Yeah,
feet aren't
I was-
touching, you can fly through the air and then tuck it in.
lacrosse.
It's like-
the national sport of Canada. It's not hockey. It's lacrosse. Look
Also
it up.
hockey.
Is it
Also
really?
hockey.
Did they amend or
Yeah.
because I remember for the longest time that was the big like what's the national sport of Canada and everyone says
It was
hockey.
the Sherwood Park is a hamlet of sports.
That's right. A little local Alberta humor there for
Which is
everybody.
a great joke for
Good.
us.
Good. Good.
Oh man, it's what a wild time. Warren has really opened my eyes to a whole another facet of video games.
Just wait till the others start playing. Then you'll actually like have a team that I'll give a fuck about if
Yeah.
I watch hockey.
I'm looking
and-
forward to
Yeah.
having a team elite. Like I will just default care about the teams you care about because it's fun to cheer with your friends.
It's something to watch, like something to put on.
Yeah. No, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it.
Have boys over for hockey night.
I want to go to a baseball game.
I do miss
yeah,
those.
those are
I just found out yesterday that the team that we would normally be going to is still playing like in Sherwood Park at that big ball diamond.
Sherwood Park and Spruce Grove, and then they play home games also at like the road diamonds they go to.
Like they play at
Gross.
that diamond in Edmonton, the one we went to. Telus
No,
Stadium.
They don't
what they
play there.
Telus
usually
Field, I
do.
mean?
They
Right.
usually do, but they
But the
shut
team
that
you would have
down.
come and saw us. The team you would have
Is
seen
playing.
play there is
Yeah.
not playing there now.
Oh, I see.
by like up by the RCMP office in Sherwood Park, but a bit farther north from there. There's a
Hey, those
bigger
are-
ball diamond.
Small games with small crowds. Favorite.
But I love our like proper baseball diamond. It's like built for like a AAA team, so it's super nice. And it's so great that it's so empty that you can just go in there and
Always.
Yeah.
floor licking drunk.
Yeah, the
and
players
yelling
can always
vampires.
hear you, which is so fun. So
And we
fun.
got the guy to flip his armband. You
That was
remember that?
so good.
That was really good.
one of the it was the pitcher had like a elbow sleeve on, and it was
He
like
was the first baseman.
Yeah,
he was
because
the
we
one
were
who
on the
was close
first
to
base
us when
line.
we were
yeah,
yelling
you're
at
right.
him.
Yeah, and
But
it was
like neon yellow.
I think it was like pink or something. It was like
It was
very very
something,
bright
yeah.
color, and we all started chanting, "Change your sleeve, change
Yeah.
your sleeve."
Nice armband, bud.
And he did.
And then he came back
Like-
out. He went back to the dugout and came out the next inning, and it was
Different color
off. And
sleeve.
that's all we needed. Then we were on him for. Oh, you changed it. What the fuck's wrong with
Pussy!
you?
I can't believe you give up on your values. It was so fun. I'm 99% sure he acknowledged us at the, like. I don't think he flipped us
yeah.
off, but like
He
I
gave
think he
us
did
something,
the
though.
equivalent of like gave us one of these or something.
They'll do that all the time, like at that
It's
level.
true.
Like they don't fucking care.
Yeah,
Like,
Baseball
that's
is
super
a
fun.
Baseball is a fun sport. Like the athletes have a lot more fun playing baseball than other sports for sure.
If I was baseball, because that's not like play baseball for a living level, right? That's not like
They're college students.
Yeah. If I was playing baseball at that level, like I'd be stoked to have, even if they're jeering me, I'd be stoked to have fans just
That there's people watching me. Yeah, exactly.
saying anything at me. Yeah, I'm playing baseball in front of live people and they are into it. Like that'd be pretty cool.
Absolutely. I miss those games. I wish I was so looking forward. Yeah, and then here's the crazy thing is that I was like, I think I'd pitched this to Brando, but like, because we have that ball diamond that's super nice, but there's a shitty team playing in it. We could rent like a luxury box, and I think it's like $100.
It's
That
not
if we
that
split
much,
it
yeah.
between the 5 of us, it's
$20
no
a
different than
night
just
or
buying
whatever.
a ticket. But then we have a luxury box with our own like food in there, and like the bar that's like right behind us that we can go to, and like
I'd do it.
that's the way to do it.
Absolutely.
I don't like sports, but I do like the act of watching sports with people.
Oh, it's
That's all
wrestling. Like
sports
we
is.
turned it into wrestling when
100%.
we were there, right? We were chanting,
100%.
we
So
were
fun.
yelling stupid shit. You get drunk and yell at people.
We had
It's
our
great.
heels in our faces. You know, armband
Yeah.
guy was a villain, and it's tremendous.
Remember the guy wearing the Stone Cold T-shirt came up with 2 beers in his hands?
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like, you have to do it.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't do it.
Coward.
Asshole.
Were you guys there the time that guy just got up and started pissing, and then it went down like fucking
I think
7 steps,
There was like a
and
fight, right? Wasn't there a fight or something?
I don't think there was ever like actual physicality, but people were pissed.
There was I remember
yeah,
somebody
he was-
getting grabbed, like not like punched, but I remember somebody getting grabbed. Like, what the fuck is going? Like, I remember a altercation of some kind when we were there, like right to our left.
We're in bleachers, like risers essentially, and this dude goes to the top and pisses, so it just like comes down each step all the way. Like, what are you doing?
And then there was like people sitting, like a bunch of girls sitting like all the rows down
Yeah.
and just like looking down, like, oh, I'm in piss now.
Yeah, that was totally the day that Monch and I were there. That's so fucked. Perfect,
That
really
was
though.
fucked.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Would have been way worse had that not happened. Oh mercy.
Next summer.
That
Next
guy was
summer, we're
fucking
going,
drunk.
boys.
Hell yeah.
We're going hard.
We
That's
should go. I mean, we have nowhere to fucking stay is the problem, but it would be great to go catch a game out in Sherwood Park and then go to Joe's or something. But then we're just fucking like,
and you're drunk and a city
Now
Do they
over.
have? I've
Now what do
only
we do?
driven past. Like, is there stands in
We can
that?
go
that
crashing,
new ball diamond out there.
Crashing Warren's empty's parents. Your dad's empty house there. We could fall down
lay
in
on the floor.
a bunch of vagabonds.
It's true.
I think there's like the stands, like the little like fucking 4-person bleachers on each side, like what you would have umped in front of. But
yeah, that's what I wondered.
Hey, Blue.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I'm a lot more knowledgeable about baseball now too, having played some MLB The Show. Xbox, Xbox's own MLB The Show.
Video games teach things.
That's right. Art mirrors life in so many ways. Warren, what have you been playing?
Played a lot of Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't remember what made me think of
snapping.
it or why I wanted to play it. I forget. I think it was Andy was like, "Oh, you must be really chomping at the bit to play that new Sea of Thieves. That's why you're playing that." I was like, "No, it has nothing to do with that. I just, for whatever reason, thought of this game and played it, and it's still Still the best Assassin's Creed book or game in my books. So
There's a lot of. Sorry, go ahead, Brando.
I honestly like. The more I think about that game, the more I'm like, maybe that's one of the my top 10 favorite games of all time.
yeah,
Watching. Sorry.
I certainly, that game has certainly distanced itself in the Assassin's Creed franchise past like the other games that I was like, oh, it's right up there with Brotherhood and 2. But I think now every time I think about it and I think about all those games, it's like I think I like Black Flag way better than pretty much any other.
The actual
Assassin's
boat
Creed game.
stuff is just it's so good. Mm-hmm. And it's just not like and there's no other Assassin's Creed that has you. Well, I guess 3 had some of it, but like
isn't Rogue like all? Have you You should play Rogue if you like the boat stuff. I've heard a lot of good things about Rogue.
Me too, but it was also like it's almost more Black Flag.
Yeah.
In a way that I think once you're done playing Black Flag, you're probably just like, I don't need to know if I need to go play worse Black Flag now.
I played it. It was good. The Rogue was great, but I just feel like if you're going to play it, exactly what Brandon said. If you're going to play a pirate Assassin's Creed game, you might as well play the actual Assassin's Creed Black Flag game.
God damn it, I'm the worst, man. Just this thoughts
Watching me play it.
Gone. Watching you play
Watching me play it.
This is a separate thought. I forgot what I was going to say, but
Let's go with that one first.
Boom. You said something about you play the game, boat stuff. You're like, I don't want to play Rogue, right? I've had enough boat stuff. Do you think, having played Black Flag, that you don't want to play Skull and Bones, the ship combat game that they have been making for like 10 years now that is supposed to be that combat, basically?
I would be... I don't know. I don't know if I would be like a gangbusters in on it immediately.
It's a multiplayer game
it.
also. It's supposed to be like a competitive multiplayer thing.
I don't know if it's like... It depends on how it plays, I guess. Like if it's going to be like a more realistic Sea of Thieves where there is some sort of like cooperative, like a guy has to raise the sails while another guy turns the wheel or whatever. Maybe?
But
I don't know.
That's the best part of Sea of Thieves.
I mean, every time they show it, it looks exactly like the combat from Black Flag, where everyone is their own ship and you have a targeting arc. And like, I think the reason, or I'm sure one of many reasons, they're taking so long to make that game, why they keep pushing it back, is like that ship combat it is fun, but not for 200 hours, not for an entire.
No.
It's not Call of Duty. I don't want to get in there and like it doesn't feel good to score sick grape shots on the mast or whatever.
That's what made it in Black Flag so good, was that it wasn't the game. It was just a part of the game, right?
Yeah.
That when you did it, you're like, this is neat, and I'm going to take on that legendary ship, and then I'm going to go do some missions, and then I'm going to go steal the stuff from that island or whatever. Like, and it's not just this all the time.
The ship combat going forward even hasn't changed. It's the same in Odyssey, to the point where like I didn't want to do it in Odyssey because I've done enough of that over the years where. It's interesting once to, board a ship and swing over and do the thing, but by the 50th ship, and especially when there are all these missions of like, hey, you got all these really high-level hard ships you get, which is you're going to have to grind out these ship upgrades, or spend a little money. Watch the video for that joke. There's
Is that was 4 monetized like that?
4 was not, no, but
okay.
Odyssey definitely is.
Oh,
I don't know if
Sorry.
Odyssey specifically has ships, but hey, I got a story that just came out today about how their next game is a live service game. So they are like all the way leaning into that stuff.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I don't care about that game.
I'm gonna cannibalize that story a little bit now and bring up the fact that Jason Schreier broke the story as he does on Bloomberg, and props to him for pointing out the fact that all the sexual assault allegations have not been addressed at Ubisoft. And it was a leak. Assassin's Creed Infinity leaked, and then Ubisoft immediately was like, yep, it's real. And I don't know where this is not my take. I read this somewhere else, but agree with it 1,000%. The reason they get out there so quickly and are like, yep, live service game is happening, is to try and make people forget about the latter part of the story, which is like, also, Ubisoft fucking sucks from the ground up still. Like, there's problems in Ubisoft that have not been addressed. And, again, it's very easy to be cynical, but they haven't addressed that stuff. And they 100% try to sweep it under the rug here. by being like, "Yep, live service game," and they put out a blog post which is just full of a bunch of bullshit. Like it is like, This means we're continuing to evolve with an emerging market in the like. It is a bunch of just absolute marketing horseshit, which makes no fucking sense. Rather than continuing to pass the baton from game to game, we profoundly believe, they don't just believe it, they profoundly believe that this is an opportunity for one of Ubisoft's most beloved franchises to evolve in a more integrated and collaborative manner. Which means we think if we make this live service game, for some reason we think we can make more money, even though, I
would like those games to be like 12 hours long.
Yeah, like Ubisoft.
A billion.
I should look at. Is their Battle Royale still going? What was the Ubisoft Battle Royale? Something Heights. Should see if that's still going.
Is that the
Hyperscape.
postmodern looking one?
It was Hyperscape. Yeah. I don't know if is that still going or not. Late to the party on that Battle Royale is my point. Right. It launched in July 2nd, 2020. So PUBG, Fortnite, Apex, everything very big in that space. Obviously looking to kind of cash in. The live service game market is not booming. Like, what live service game is out there? Destiny, I guess. It took 10 years, but it got there. Like, Marvel's Avengers is just eating shit. What was the one? Outriders? Who's talking about Outriders these days? Like, Godfall? Like, there's all these live service games, and it turns out...
Godfall.
Yes, we all tried to forget about Godfall. It turns out that these live service, like, what people don't want is we don't want an infinite amount of very samey content. It's the thing from Skyrim where, like, we have an infinite quest system, but really all it was I need one of blank items from one of blank places. Mm-hmm. It turns out people don't actually want that, especially when you've been doing that for years, like many, many games. Every Assassin's Creed game, certainly since Origin, has gotten closer to this is a live service game. There are levels, there are barriers in the world that you either have to grind or pay your way past. They've been getting closer and closer and closer there. As if you've listened to this podcast, I've been very against for a long time. There's a brutal wall in Odyssey where it's like, okay, go make X amount of money, which is like hours worth of gameplay, or you can just buy it.
And then pay our company with it.
It's gross.
Maybe they should just fix Uno and then go work on stuff.
The best Ubisoft game.
Don't get me started on Uno, boys.
Don't even. You were talking about Black Flag. Sorry to hijack the ship there.
Yeah, complaining corner was fucking 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. You're supposed to be done that already.
Ubisoft sexual assault of the week.
I don't have anything else to say. That's a great game. If you've never played it, you should. If you have played it, it holds up relatively well. Unless you have a super good TV, then it takes a while for your eyes to get used to it. And then once you're used to it, it's okay again. But there is a bit of an adjustment period
too high.
Where it's like, I feel motion sickness when I swivel the camera around, but you get used to it.
Does it have an FPS boost?
No, it has zero settings on the main menu or in-game menu. There's nothing at all.
They've never even HDified that game, have they?
No,
that's probably the wrong word for an Xbox 360 game. But yeah.
The FPS boost is on the system level. It looks like Black Flag does have it, I think.
Well, good thing I'm almost done that game.
Black Flag Battlefield 4. It's on the system level. If you at home don't know, it's stupid. You have to go to the game on the dashboard and press Manage Game, and then go to Compatibility Options, and there you can choose either Auto HDR and or FPS Boost, but it's hidden away in there.
I see.
That would be too many frames. If you didn't like it at 60 or whatever it's at, that would.
I think that's going the wrong way for you.
Immediately
wrong.
Right? Yeah. Immediately. Hot take.
The combat in those old games are so much better than the new games. That's my hot take. Sorry, here's your hot take.
I don't know if I'd say better.
So much better.
Different.
So much better.
They're trying to accomplish different things, right? The new games want to be this. They want you to buy their more powerful weapons, so they have this weird faux Dark Souls combat. The old games are like, I don't know, what if you just killed 200 people right now? What if you
I'm
were
an
a
assassin.
fucking
I'm gonna
god?
fuck everybody up.
You used to like parry one attack, and then you could just press attack, and as long as they're within 20 meters of you, you'll teleport over to them and murder them.
Electric slide across the map and get them.
Yeah, that was. I really like that old style of.
Chalk that up to just better assassins being from those first games.
Yeah, makes sense. Is that the one where he doesn't cut his finger off? Kenway's like, why don't we fix the thing so we don't cut our fingers off?
I think that's Origins.
Yes, before him.
No, Origin, he definitely loses his finger because it accidentally gets cut off in Origin. Maybe that's Odyssey. Origin, Bayek accidentally cuts the finger off, and that's when the assassins are like, now we need to do this. This is a thing. Ezio cut a finger off for sure. I remember Ezio losing the finger. So it would have been after all that. Yeah,
Kenway definitely didn't. Kenway just got his handed to him by the Templars.
Yeah.
They're like, where's your thing?
It was
I don't know.
It was a brand, wasn't it? I remember they
like
got
fishers.
brands eventually, where instead of cutting the finger off, they got like a ring brand around the middle finger. I think.
Signify, yeah, you're right. That does sound right.
Something like that.
But
Requiescat in pace.
I also played that new, not new, but it's new to Game Pass, Dumb Worms game.
Worms
Battlegrounds, maybe.
Yes.
It
ain't Worms. It ain't the worm. It ain't your grandfather's Worms.
It's kind of neat though. I mean, it's different, but it's not like holy crap good. There's a battle royale style mode where there's a bunch of teams of threes, and it's like last team alive wins, and
You're one worm though, right? You're not like controlling a team of worms with.
no, it's you and two friends. You and two people are on a team.
And it's like not turn based either. It's
Nope.
It's
Call of Duty with worms.
That sounds bad. You know,
That's what it
like
says on the box.
you know what Worms, like classic
Nope.
Worms, is traditionally a 2D turn. It is turn based. But I don't know, shooter where there's like a bunch of different weapons, and you try to either deal enough damage to the worm that their HP goes to 0, or you blast them off the map. And like that's where like the holy hand grenade, the like so there are a lot of things from Worms that you would probably just recognize the iconography from.
Still in this game too. Holy hand grenade. I know that's in there.
Yeah, that's that would be fucked if it wasn't. That's a Worms OG.
Mm-hmm.
It's like busting up the ground like those little tanks games, right?
Yeah, like
That's what I always picture.
what is that game? I know exactly. Cannon fodder, where you just the two cannons, when you gotta fire the different.
I know. I'm thinking of the same game.
Deforms the terrain.
Me and Warren actually, I think, just talked about it.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the context that we were talking about that game came up, but I was like, I haven't thought about this game in a long time.
No, it wasn't cannon fodder. I can never remember. But yes, I know exactly the game we're talking about. There are a lot of games very similar. Where are we here? Any closing thoughts on Worms or anything? It didn't look. It didn't look like Worms to me, so I was like, well, this is. I played no thanks.
It's,
You know-
yeah.
Go
It's
ahead.
nothing. It's nothing special.
My last thought on Worms, now that we bring it up, is that you know how like when it rains, and all the worms come out and like lay on the sidewalk and the dirt and the grass and everything. Mm-hmm. I've not seen that in years.
It
What does it
happens all
mean?
the time.
Does it mean the worms are surviving better? The worms are not committing as much suicide, or does it mean there are fewer worms?
Well, Warren seems to think they're still coming.
Anytime
up,
it rains, it happens in our work parking lot.
Maybe
Oh,
it's
really?
maybe it's like the whales have like
Well,
come
where I
back to the
park.
bays in the pandemic. Maybe the worms have gone back to the soils.
I might be just being oversensitive to nature because I think all the frogs outside my apartment are dead.
Yeah, did you see like the mussels are cooking in their shells? There's like shellfish on the one of the coasts.
Fish are
They're
just dying.
A lot of fish. too.
literally just
We're-
boiling in their shells.
in Alberta. We're washing up on the
fucked.
shores.
We are so
Just
fucked.
fucking piles of
Global
fish.
warming. Isn't
Yeah.
it great?
Brando,
Also,
what?
that tank shooting game appears to be called Third Strike, or perhaps Artillery.
Artillery is
Artillery is
totally
what
the
I'm
one I
thinking
was
of.
thinking of. Yeah. Where it's like, is it like red and green, like monochrome land? Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, that's the old one.
Totally.
Black background, green, and like
Sometimes
I
there
want to
was
say
stars.
procedurally generated fucking mountains.
They definitely had maps.
There were some hills.
There were for sure like set maps. I remember because there was like
there's one where like you're way up top and the other guy's way down low, and there's some flat pieces.
And you're just like, this is just bad luck. As a commander, I just don't know if my skills can help me with a situation where he is 800 feet above me shooting at me.
Yeah,
I used to play that all the time in like junior high with that and slime soccer and slime volleyball.
Slime volleyball. Those are like a flash game. They had superpowers. The slimes had like telekinesis or something, I remember.
Don't make them like they used to, I'll tell you.
That's for sure. Used to play so many shitty... I mean, not shitty. Just, what's the way to like put it? I don't know.
Budget.
Budget flash games. Flash games made by like a person in their basement, which was even more impressive back in the day.
You and I were talking about like E-Bombs World and places of the like that had those shitty games that you used to go to all the time.
Yeah. Damn, there was one, I can't remember now, but I used to play it was like an MMO tank game. It was a tank game and everyone was in one world, and I thought that was so dope. I used to go to the library to play whatever this free tank game was that was like top down, I remember, and it's probably called Free Tank. There's almost certainly a game called Free Tank. That is definitely something. Brandon, what you been up to?
Oh, not a whole lot. Watched. I've been crushing a show from 2002 that I can't remember the exact year, but The Wire, which I'm a little bit late to the party, but is honestly one of the best things I've ever watched in my life. So that's kind of absorbed me in a way where I keep going to pick up my Xbox controller, and I'm like, it's 4 hours to bed. That's 4 episodes of The Wire if I just literally never stop. So I've been doing that, and then watched a bunch of movies as usual.
Did you letterbox them? Don't forget to review them on Letterbox.
Brother, I never forget. My Letterbox is fucking thriving.
Follow me on Letterbox. What's my thing? Eads, maybe.
Had to remind Eads to Letterbox last night.
Yeah. What's my thing?
Shit.
Everybody follow me if you want to see what I think on movies. I don't ever post reviews, but just star ratings. I think I'm Eads. Yeah. Just star ratings. No written words. You have to interpret what the stars mean. Most recently,
right.
The Endless received 3.5 stars out of 5.
I think 3.5 stars is like my most commonly given star amount by a margin. It's either 3.5 or 4.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it just spikes.
4 feels too good. 4 is like a good movie. A 4-star movie is a good movie.
4 is a good movie.
3.5, it's okay. It's pretty good. I'd watch it again at some point.
The old Covadis Ida got the old 3.5 from Brittle.
Excuse
right.
me?
What's Covadis Ida? That is a movie. I'm not sure if this is for our crowd, but it is a movie about an interpreter over in the Balkans, I want to say, who is at a UN camp and is like the interpreter between the two sides, but is also trying to like use the information she's doing to get her children out from the UN side without them getting killed because they're like soldier age. So the Balkan people are probably just going to fucking fuck them up.
I've seen Metal Gear. I know about child soldiers.
Yeah. I think it's the Balkans.
What did you give the stupid... I mean, no, I didn't mean to say that. What did you give the new Fast and the Furious movie?
3.5, I think.
Good.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Andy Captain gave Up in the Air 4 stars.
That's a George Clooney movie I haven't
then
seen.
Then he gave F9 Rewatch 3.5 and F9 First Watch 4 stars.
Wow. What is F9? What are those?
Well, he just rewatched it and started
gave it
something
half
different.
a left star than when he first watched it.
Oh, I see. What is the film F9 about?
Fast and Furious.
Oh,
9.
Fast 9 is just called F9. I see.
So I found that I like when I'm reviewing, which I'll preface by saying I think the immediate star review is a terrible system, which I love partaking in. But I tend to like in franchises like the Fast and Furious and MCU and Mission Impossible and stuff. They tend to get like starred against other movies in the franchise, not necessarily against all movies. So like every now and then I'll look at like the MCU stuff and I'll be like, this MCU movie got like 2 stars. And I'm like, oh, that's real. That's like Thor Dark World. And then I'll be like, but I like Thor Dark World way better than I like a lot of 2-star movies.
You rewatched Jurassic Park and gave it 4 stars. Re-rated it 4 stars. What did it have before? Did it go down or up?
No, I didn't re-rate it. The little like curve, like the recycling thing.
Means it's a movie that
just
you've watched
means-
before.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So
4 stars?
So
I think back
the-
in the day, Jurassic Park would have been like a hard 5.
probably, yeah.
It was a big film. Big
It was
deal.
a-
Really
it was a
good
big-
special effects, even
Terrible deal.
to today.
But yeah, I think the movie I wanted to talk about most was Fear Street 1999, which is a horror movie, but it's pretty. I described it to Andy, who we're always trying to get to watch movies that are scary, as kind of like horror for babies.
Okay.
And I don't mean that in like a negative way, but it's a lot more like
19...
teen goofy horror than it is like
mean
legitimate like I'm terrified. 1994. Sorry, what did I say? 1999.
Yes.
Yes, I meant 1994. And it is the first of a trilogy of films based on R.L. Stein's work, who you may know from his Goosebump days, that are coming out, I believe, like every week, every Friday. So I think part 2, which is Fear Street 1980, 70 something.
1978 is part 2.
1978 is coming out, I think, tomorrow. And then a week from then is Fear Street 1666.
It's a big fire, right? Is that the Chicago fire? Or the London fire? There's a big fire in 1666. Fire London, 1666. Got it.
I'm confident this is not about that.
Nailed it. You don't know. If there's an evil force, you can't tell me that they don't fight the same evil force that makes the fire of London in 1666.
Well, they're not in London, but
Maybe they go there. Who knows?
I said I'm confident. I said
1666.
I was confident.
After a series of brutal
Werewolves
slayings,
of London.
after a series of brutal slayings, a teen and her
Oh.
friends take on an evil force that's plagued their notorious town for centuries. Great. This is a young cast. I don't recognize any of these people,
No.
and I feel very fucking old.
No, you don't have I watch movies all the time with young people, and I've never seen any of these people in anything.
I
So.
hate young people.
Yeah, me too.
They remind me of my mortality.
That's right. But yeah, that was kind of the one that I was like, I think a lot of people who listen to our show would enjoy this, and it's the first of it's an easy watch. It's not fucking like white knuckling scary or anything. It's more like Screamish style, goofy, like, oh, you're an idiot. You shouldn't have gone in there, stupid kid.
Campy.
Yeah, and it is very much like it's cool because it was made clearly in a 3-part set as opposed to 99% of the time now where it's a successful movie that then they try and fucking churn out more afterwards. It's
like
they
Star
really
Wars.
exactly they really set up some interesting stuff moving forward, which seems to be it's going to move back in time towards the origin of the evil.
1666.
Also, that's right. Also, the music drops. While I wouldn't say they're all good, as a bunch of 90s kids, every single one of them will make you feel something.
Great.
Yeah.
I love being appeased too.
Yeah.
We played the Venga bus all day today on the show. It was a great day.
Fangabus?
Venga, a.k.a. We Like to Party.
Oh, yeah. The Six Flags commercial. That old guy in the bus. That guy
Oh, yes.
upset me as a child.
I loved those commercials.
I was not going to get on a bus that he was driving.
Giggle my ass off. Also, it started with Ezio. Leonardo da Vinci created the one that you didn't need your finger cut off on anymore.
Oh, Ezio didn't cut his finger off. Ezio didn't lose a
Correct.
finger. Him
Per
and Jet
Hima.
said.
Good known
good
coward
call.
Hima.
I thought Ezio totally did.
I thought he did too, but he probably got branded. Maybe that's where that came from.
That was real early. That would have been in
His
2
dad,
then.
actually, his dad lost his finger. And I
Yeah.
think you see that happen in like a cut flashback. So maybe that's why I thought it was Ezio.
Yeah, that would have happened shockingly early in the series. If it was Ezio.
Second game.
Yeah. I think that probably a good spot to take a little break here. And we'll come back to a little bit of news after this musical break.
Let's just make this happen real quick. Assuming this is going to work the way I think it is. Did it work?
Yeah, oh yeah, I heard it.
Good.
Good.
That'll mute the old podcast, and you'll have no idea why.
We'll just,
idea why.
We'll just carry on without him. Fuck, I want to play some more goddamn fucking Kratos 2.
Yeah, they didn't show any of it at their state of play today. They specifically said, no God of War, no Horizon.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
They
That's
actually,
right.
Did they actually
Hey,
say that?
Jim Ryan here. Fuck off.
Was that what?
Yeah, fucking.
That's
Did
what
they
he-
actually say that? Like, they actually came out
Yeah.
and said, we're not going to show...
Yeah, they said don't expect
Yeah.
God of War, Horizon.
Bold move,
like
Cotton.
the big ones. The
I
stuff
think it's
they-
because people just tear the shit out of whatever they are showing
Yeah.
if the thing they want to see isn't there.
That's fair.
But they showed a sequel to Moss. Remember that little VR game with the mouse?
Yeah.
It like help the mouse
Nope.
get around the environment.
Remember VR?
Yeah. Remember VR? I should probably
That was crazy.
sell that Vive while it's still not worthless.
What were we thinking?
I like Beat Saber. I wish I had a space to play Beat Saber in, I'll say. That's what I remember about VR. They showed Arcadegeddon, which is
A
it's
stupid name.
stupid name, really hard to parse what it is from the trailer. It's a third-person cooperative or maybe competitive hero shooter. I don't know. It's like very bright colors and a lot of dubstep. It did nothing for me. It bounced off me harder than maybe anything ever. From the folks who brought Predator Hunting Grounds, which was not tremendous. They showed Hunter Arena Legends, a live service brawler coming as part of PS Plus, because I guess live service is the theme of the week here.
You put it on PS Plus, and I will guarantee you, I will open your game.
Yeah, I'll at least download it. I might not ever get to actually opening it, but it'll get on and off the PlayStation. You'll
I
get your
opened
money,
Oddworld.
developers. I played a little bit of Oddworld. It was good. It was just I don't know. I'm just in the funk I'm in. I just only want to play World of Warcraft. I don't want to play.
That's exactly what I'm going through right now, except it's movies.
Yeah, I don't want to play
Where it's
Ratchet
like,
and
I
Clank.
always-
I don't want to play Oddworld. And
Oh, you lost on Ratchet. I loved Ratchet. and Clank.
I'm just not
You're-
playing
you're
video
that-
games. Just
you're
not
deeper
doing,
in it than I am.
not doing so hot when it comes to playing video games this week.
Yeah.
I can't believe you said from the people that made Predator Hunting Ground and not the far superior game by Ilphonic, sir.
I mean, what Friday the 13th?
Yes.
I have personal history with Ilphonic. I have personal history with them, so talking about anything they make seems weird, especially because I don't like anything they make. It feels extra weird, as though I'm shitting on them because we have history.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the PS5 version of Death Stranding, the director's cut. It's going to cost you $10 to upgrade from the PS4 to the PS5 version. Has new story missions. They showed some new enemies, some new BTs, some like jellyfish stuff.
So sorry. Pause.
Okay.
Rewind.
Sure.
It's only a $10 upgrade. It's not a new game.
Yes.
I mean, you
that
probably
is-
buy it new
that
if
is
you don't
correct.
own a previous copy.
You could, but
Sure.
well, you can buy the director's cut on PS5 if you want. But yes, if you have the PS4 version, it is a $10 fee to upgrade to the PS5 director's cut.
So that's in its own way terrible because now we'll play it.
I know. Yes. Gross.
Whereas if it was an $80 thing or whatever a new game would be, I'd probably still buy it. But I would.
For $10,
I feel pretty good about this
Yeah.
investment.
You have to be in for $10. They got some new like.
If you would have said, Brandon, you have to pay me Hideo Kojima $10 just for a fucking missile drop kick.
Yes.
I would have been like, take my money.
They added a missile drop kick. They added a bunch of stuff, which I hate myself for what I'm about to tell you.
It's good, dumb.
It's good, dumb. They added a racing mode where they have someone in like a menu where they're selecting tracks like they're from a fucking Mario Kart list, and it's like the fragile circuit was one of them out of the trailer, and it shows like a crazy different circuit around the map that you seem to be able to load into and play this. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if it's like live with other people, if you're racing for time or what, but there's this racing mode. There are new items, including a fucking cargo catapult, which just says, for convenience, Sam can launch cargo into the sky.
Like, you're actively not supposed to drop that shit that you're carrying.
Nope.
But they're just like, but if you want to try and huck it up a mountain.
They added a jump ramp for the motorbike, which I thought they always should have had. That get around on the motorbike was super fun. They always needed those jump ramps, so that's dope.
That's only for motorbikes? You can't use
You
that
can use it
any
with
car?
anything. Any.
Oh, okay,
They show the motorbike, but you can, I assume, use it with any vehicle.
My giant tank
truck.
full of 24 pizzas I'm delivering over it.
They showed a buddy bot, which is like a little dude that follows you and seems to carry packages of his own, but also Sam rides on him at a point, which seems cool.
So the buddy bot is in the original, but it was I think you used him like
You definitely couldn't ride him.
No, you definitely couldn't ride him, and I don't even know if you would ever.
He was
hang out
chained
with
to you.
him.
He was leashed to you. I remember because you.
So there was two. There was like the little hover bin that you would fucking have a tow rope.
You could have like 5 of them
then,
all chained together or whatever.
And then there was a buddy bot that I think you used in the way that you would like distribute assassins in Black Flag.
You're totally
where
right.
It was like, I don't have time to do this, but from a menu, I would like to complete this mission. And then it would do a little video of the buddy bot taking the package and off he'd go. And then you'd never see him again. And you'd hear if he was successful or not.
And they were those were like the scarabs from Metal Gear. I remember they were just straight up the like 3-armed with the eye in the middle. God damn it, Hideo. It looks good in a way. It looks stupid. It looks like a cargo catapult. I assume you can catapult yourself. If you can't, that's kind of fucked. But a cargo catapult is exactly what that game needs. Like a missile dropkick is exactly what it fucking needs. Mounted turrets. You're not supposed to kill people, but why not? Why are machine gun turrets everywhere? Fuck it.
You always could kill people.
I'll play
You
that
just
again.
Set up fucking atomic bomb level.
You could kill
events.
people as long as you got their corpse out within, I think it's like 2.5 hours of gameplay, or else you would be hit with the game over screen when the what do they call it? The void out. When the void out happened. When the antimatter of a BT touches the matter of a human. Tune in to our Death Stranding spoiler cast coming soon.
Oh god, you've put it out there.
Yeah,
I love the idea of like bringing my 30 things to the catapult and then fucking one after another launching one and then going to the other side of the canyon or whatever and like having to pick them up over a like 3-kilometer area.
It seems though that stuff all seems so stupid, and it'll be like Death Stranding, kind of almost like an MMO launch. I think it plays best when there's a lot of people doing it because you want to like build up the infrastructure together, whatever it is, right? You all affect each other's worlds, and so that'll probably be a good time. I didn't pull the date, but I think it's September 14th, if I remember off the top of my dome. Death Stranding Director's Cut is September the 14th.
You said new story missions too?
Yeah, new story missions. I don't remember what stream it was a few weeks ago now where they showed like the reveal of the director's cut, and it was like a Metal Gear thing. It was like straight. It was in the box, remember the oranges in the box or whatever, which people read into. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm not even. Valve apparently ties in orange box somehow. Is working on Valve project. I don't know. It's Hideo Kojima. He's a madman. The Assassin's
Our feelings
Creed,
on him is just a roller coaster on this podcast.
Yeah, it's true. I'm actually looking forward to playing this game again, removed from it, right? Without the white hot fury of this is not Metal Gear 6. I mean, that was not really the fury. Without the Princess Beach tilt. Knowing the Princess Beach is coming, I feel like I will not fly off the rails like I did when I heard Princess Beach.
Like, the Princess Beach, your feelings for the Princess Beach thing is funny to me because like not that was like I didn't think it was a good game because of Princess Beach, but it was like at that point with how far I had gone through, like the Princess Beach line was hilarious, but was not like fuck this. Like it was just like it was like the stupid cherry on the stupid sundae.
But like it's not unlike Metal Gear, it's not this zany anime world that's meant to be goofy. It's when they deliver Princess Beach, that's when you know, like, oh,
hard disagree.
Hideo is like deadly serious about all. But this, I think Death Stranding is deadly fucking serious. Like extinction events, and we got to save the world from humanity and reconnect America.
I think it is intentionally hyper serious, so that the dumb comedy bits that he does pay off.
I think that happens, but it doesn't feel like it was intentional. I don't know if
maybe
I
not.
think it was intentional.
But at the end of the day, do I care if it was
I
intentional?
totally do. Because the whole time going into that, I'm like, Hideo's right. I'm just not smart enough to understand this word salad that I've been listening to for 50 hours. And then as soon as you hear Princess Beach, you're like, oh, no, it is meaningless. It's not me. This is not.
Yeah.
This means nothing.
No, it was not you. That was I think that was the problem.
That was where the shoe
I
fell.
never, I never thought Hideo Kojima was really spinning an excellent yarn that whole time, and then the beach like deflated my balloon. My balloon was never full on the story end.
Yeah. No, the Princess Beach is just where he took the balloon and choked me to death with it. Netherrealm.
They end that trailer on beach too, just to
I
keep it in
know.
your mind.
I'll see you on the
The last
beach.
word you say, "See you on the beach." And I'm like, oh shit, that's cool. They did that for Matt.
Princess Beach. I'm looking forward to playing it again and like trying to formulate a real opinion on it. I'm gonna put the work in. I hope the text is bigger. I'll say I would like to read some of those emails this time. NetherRealm, the folks who make Mortal Kombat, have put out a tweet saying, "No more Mortal Kombat 11 DLC. So much more penis." I don't remember that on there. You know that I will read anything you put on this sheet verbatim. So. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
You didn't get, it's no. How you're supposed to read it is no more Mortal Kombat 11 DLC.
So much
more penis.
I get it.
Yeah.
Great.
Have to put some pronouncers in there next time.
Yeah. If I would have had the little phonetic brackets on the side there, I could have.
That's true. That
a
was
nice
my
bold
fault.
or an underline.
My fault. Yeah.
Yeah, they're working on the next game, whatever it is. Probably Mortal Kombat 12, although probably Mortal Kombat.
Well,
They don't have
next.
anything to do. Does NetherRealm have anything to do with Killer Instinct?
No, they have to do with Immortal God Among Us, though.
Immortal God Among Us.
What? Immortals God Among
Immortals
Gods
God
Among
Among
Us? That DC fighting game?
Oh yeah. Okay, so it could. I'm trying to think of what it could not, what it might be other than Mortal Kombat.
And then take for whatever you want. But Boone said on Twitter a while back, he's like, can't remember exactly what he said, but he's just like, wouldn't it be crazy if there was a fighting game with DC characters and Marvel characters fighting?
That would be.
And then everyone's like, oh, you can't.
Marvel versus DC. Can you imagine? They did. It was Mortal Kombat versus DC, I think, a long time ago.
Yeah,
Injustice,
and that's always been the thing, right? Because that's all Nether.
Injustice. Yes, thank you.
Not Immortal. Injustice.
Immortal.
God Among Us.
Thank you.
Is Immortals the wrestling game?
WWE
Yeah,
Immortals.
probably.
Yeah, WWE Immortals. What is that? That's
Isn't that the
That's
Ubisoft
a mobile game.
Phoenix Rising?
Mobile
It's the Ubisoft. Immortals Phoenix Rising is that Ubisoft.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Breath of the Wild game.
that most recent. I shouldn't say most recent because something might have come out, but that wrestling game where you can like or AA someone onto a shark or a gator.
I think it's
Sorry,
Battlegrounds.
Battlegrounds.
Yep.
That is a free game on PlayStation.
Great. Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
a $40 like on PSN Plus. That's free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that's a $40 game on PC, which is fucked up. That thing's not great.
I tried to play it on the free trial on Xbox, and it crashed unfixably. And after like I played one match, and then it kept crashing, loop crash. So I uninstalled, reinstalled it, and it still kept loop crashing. I was like, all right, fuck it. I tried. I gave you a chance.
It's about par
It
for the
Fuck
course.
me again.
We can be sometimes a little hard on WWE in these parts, only because we love.
I'm super interested to see what they're doing with 22. Like, I want them to announce what they're gonna do,
Yeah.
just so that I know that they've done nothing different.
That it exists.
That
and
it's
that
not.
yeah,
It's
and-
gonna be the same shit.
Right.
WWE's Austin Creed is supposed to have some special announcement at EA Play, I think, coming up this weekend. This weekend or next week. Is Austin Creed Xavier
Woods.
Woods? Yeah, okay.
Of up, down fame.
Is his WWE name Xavier Woods, or is his WWE name is Austin Creed?
No, real name is Austin Creed.
Real name's Austin Creed.
Got it. And he's no longer with the WWE.
He is still with the WWE.
Oh, okay. Appearing as Austin Creed, not Xavier Woods. Good.
Yep.
Austin Creed seems like a fake. That's a really good wrestling name. It seems fake.
Mhm.
I don't know if that violence.
Yeah, if his name would have been Xavier Woods and he came into the WWE, they 100% would have pitched him Austin Creed as a wrestling
Austin
name.
Creed. Yeah.
No.
Maybe Austin Creed. Austin. He's not Austin Creed. That's not his real name. I'm not going to break kayfabe, but that is not his real name.
They already did.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah, it's Austin Watson. Born 1986, 5 years older than me. 35.
86.
Damn, he looks good for 35. Did I say 68?
You said 96.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 86. Yeah. Where are we? What year is it? Is this real life?
Swatter.
There's a new Swatter
expansion.
Swatter, the Star Wars The Old Republic. Apparently, they're still making it.
I thought they shut it down, honestly, to be perfectly honest.
I knew it didn't shut down, but I thought it was like winding down. But no, they're releasing this is the 10th anniversary, which is gross. Played that game. That'd be 10 years ago now that I worked at BioWare, because I remember playing that at BioWare. It's the Legacy of the Sith. They have some real generic talk about, like, go back to the old galaxy and find out the origins of the Sith or something. I bring it up because I'm very confused about none of this is canon, right? Star Wars Old Republic was...
No, I would think it has to be Legends by now. If they're doing all the High Republic stuff now, which I have to imagine would bonk up against it.
Is the Old Republic? I don't think the Old Republic, the game isn't doing the High Republic stuff, is it?
No, I mean, now that Disney is doing all the High Republic stuff, I feel like
see.
Old Republic would not have a chance to stay canon.
Yeah. It just seems weird that they're adding more non-canon. It seems weird that they're adding more Legends content, I guess. Because, like, are they doing that anywhere else?
The stories they wrote, right? They can't really...
But are they, like...
It's still a world they've created. I think whether it's canon or not is meaningless.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I sort of assumed there would be some big, like, we're resetting the world. SWTOR is closing and it's going to reopen in our new canon universe, I guess. I don't know what I expected.
I wonder if they don't know. I wonder if the game makers don't know enough about the new canon universe to be able to make a story there yet.
Yeah, but there's like all this history that must not... You're right. It must all be Legends, and everything that comes from now on must all be Legends, because it's all about Revan and the Mandalore as we knew it in the old canon, which is not Mandalore in the new canon. And yeah, it's
because
weird.
they're kind of doing their thousands of years before, before the main stuff, or before Episode 1. Now, I just started reading that book, actually. One of the 3 books that kick off that little era.
The Old Republic books or the High Republic?
No, whatever the new thing is called.
The High Republic.
High Republic.
Yeah, which is hundreds of years before. Not that. No, the Old Republic's thousands. I think
This is hundreds.
I think because the Old Republic is theoretically a thing we could one day go back to and redefine. I think is the High Republic was from 300 BBY to 82 BBY.
Oh yeah, it's like 300 years.
Yeah.
Hundreds, not thousands. Yeah.
Old Republic, which doesn't matter anymore, but was takes place from 20. I don't even know how to fucking. BBY counts up. 25,053 BBY was the founding of the Republic until 1,000 BBY. So apparently the Old Republic spans 24,000 space years.
There you go.
Damn.
I've been High Republic a time or two in my life.
Got him.
Huge.
Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address. Let's get this show wrapped up so I can go get High Republic. I mean, I say the email address, but just drop these on the Discord, which is what everybody does. You can find that by going to the website, talkingreckless.com.
Email is for old people.
Email is for old people. Let's check the Discord. I should really do this before this section of the show every week, but here we are. I believe we are good. What's a game? I don't know. Did we read this? Did we read Tomo's question of what's a game you thought would be a big hit but ended up falling flat on its face? This is kind of a follow-up to last week. Sajak asked us about a MMO I had never heard of, Crowfall.
Does it have to permanently fall flat on its face, or does it count as falling flat on its face but then recovering eventually? Actually, I've got an answer for both.
Tomo says like Evolve, so if that was one of your answers, you got to repick.
Not.
Okay.
Sea of Thieves, when it first came out, I thought that fell flat in its face because it was not at all what I expected it to be. but it kind of came back, and I know that a lot of people still play it. Biggest example, falling flat in his face. I had big expectations for it. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5.
Oh yeah,
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Remember, it got like leaked by a caterer.
I've never been more disappointed in a video game in my life.
Man.
I will never forget that day, that night of staying up till midnight to play that fucking thing, and it just being ass.
Yeah.
Ass.
I mean, my like gut response to this would be Death Stranding, but I have an open mind,
Can't.
open heart. Come back to me, Brandon. Do you have one?
No, mine would be Evolve, but
No, Evolve was. I liked Evolve a lot. I thought Evolve was like really cool.
What about that Ghost
sure.
Recon game that
Wildlands.
Wildlands?
Yeah.
Wildlands.
I don't think the world is as cool on Wildlands as I am.
They made a sequel, so
Did they?
True.
No, they didn't. Yeah, it's like
yeah, it's that whatever that one with the guy. Yeah.
That's what I'd call it.
with the Punisher. That's Wildlands too. Oh,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
like
it's
70
a sequel. It is a sequel to Wildlands. It's not called Wildlands 2.
yeah, like 70 on Metacritic, which is a lot higher than I thought. Yeah, that game did nothing for me.
Andromeda, obviously.
Yeah, that was a big one.
What about that other one that was like Andromeda? That also came from that same team.
Dragon Age
BioWare.
Inquisition.
No.
Oh,
wasn't it?
Anthem.
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 Oh, yeah.
Man, there's so many
like
of
we
these. I
knew.
hate this. This is the worst game. Video games fucking suck. No Man's Sky. Like,
Do your research before you buy a video game.
yeah.
Please, God.
No, it's
Then
impossible.
maybe they'll stop making the bad ones.
It's impossible. You buy a game and you pray to God it works when you play it. And if it doesn't, fuck you, you have no rights as a consumer. There must be more. Black and White 2.
I'm sure there's-
That was a good one. I love the first Black and White. It's one of my favorite games ever. And 2 was... Peter Molyneux fucked it up like he did everything else. Goddess. There's another... That's the same story. Peter Molyneux was like, I'm making a new one. And then released the game like 5 more times. Like, no, I'm actually making this other one that you need to kickstart. Goddess Wars.
Oh,
I'm actually making none of them now.
Marvel's Avengers.
Marvel's
I was gonna.
Avengers.
Also, Fallout 76, probably for some people. Not
Yeah.
me, because I hate those games, but I'm sure a lot of people hated the one that came out. So
I mean, that game's saving grace for me was that it was so clearly not a. Like, if that game would have been Fallout 5 and been of its quality, then it would have been a real fucking shit show for me. But when they said, this is Fallout 76 and it's like this new thing, I was instantly like, even if that's good, I don't want anything to do with it.
Trying to think if there were any like direct
Mighty Number
to,
9.
Oh, I never played Mighty Number 9, but I
No,
heard that was a
Mighty-
bad
that's
one.
I think that's actually a pretty good answer.
Yeah, Recore. Wasn't that by the same
I liked Recore.
team? It was like unfinished.
It was a little bit unfinished, but I quite liked Recore.
Duke Nukem Forever.
No one. Come on. If you thought Duke Nukem Forever was gonna, if you
That's on
like, yeah, you were hanging your hat on Duke, like,
Oh, it's the return of Duke, baby.
you deserve it. It's time to draw with shit on this whiteboard.
What about what are you like? I bounced off of it fast enough to almost not even be able to formulate a full opinion. But what about Star Wars Squadrons?
It's not. It's not actively bad. It's Squadrons
Right.
is like well made. It's just.
But
not
are we
a thing
looking
I
for
love.
actively bad, or are we looking for fell on its face?
I think like fell on its face. I don't think Squadrons wasn't like a super big. I wouldn't say fell on its face. Nobody's talking
small.
about it. But
That's
What's that
I think
Assassin's
that is
Creed game? Sorry.
Unity,
Nope, go ahead.
That Assassin's
I
Creed
was
game
just
that you
gonna
and Eddie
bash it more.
played. and
Unity.
fucking was buggy as fuck. Unity.
The French, yeah, that's the French one, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that was
Faces
bad.
were all fucked and the eyes were like popping out and shit.
Yeah, it's like you crawl up those stained glass windows and it was going like 2 frames a second.
Well, like Halo 5.
No, I'd put that at worst at like a Star Wars Squadron.
Yeah,
level, where
unmemorable,
I
like
think I'll-
well made, but I haven't thought about it since I played it.
right. It is that franchise benefit of the fact that I will probably play Halo 5 through the campaign for every single Halo game they ever make from here on out.
Yeah.
I guess
In a
you
way
could
that I might
say-
never open Star Wars Squadrons again for the rest of my life.
You could say at launch, Battlefront 2 flopped. Pretty hard,
big time.
but
Big
it
time.
bounced back.
That's a good one. That one flopped so hard it like shook the industry as we know it. Is still having ramifications today. Yeah, that's
turned it around though. Fixed that one. No.
It's a pretty. It is now a good game. It's a shame that it forever has that legacy because it's some really good looking and good sounding Star Wars.
They should make a new one.
Yeah, they probably should. But they just keep fucking them up.
They don't have the license anymore.
It still blows my mind that they shut down, like that they stopped servicing the Battlefront 2.
EA still has the license. I think it is open now, but EA is making
but EA
Fallen Order and
right.
EA's working on Fallen Order 2 right now.
They actively left money on the table in that game with Mandalorian coming out.
Yeah.
No, all that shit they could have added that they just like, no, we're done. See you later.
Star Wars over the last like how long since 7 launched? Was it like 5 years now or whatever it is? Star Wars over that like new era time, games, movies, like the whole thing. They left so much money on the table, it seems like, where, like, how did no one talk about 7? How is there no through line in 7, 8, 9 with arguably one of the most valuable franchises in history? Like, it's fucking baffling.
That's it's such a bonkers idea. And I guess it shows, like...
billions of dollars on the table.
It's just... I think it's crazy just watching it go side by side with Marvel. And how they're both owned by Disney, but one just seems to always be... thinking of like a few years in advance, let alone Star Wars, which couldn't think 2 movies in advance.
Marvel all feels like they're playing for the same team, right? They're all playing different positions on the same team, whereas Star Wars felt like 3 people pulling in separate, or 2 people, I guess, pulling in separate directions. They're like, no, my Star Wars is the one.
And the fans have a lot to do with that too.
Yeah. Fucking fans, you guys ruined it all.
Fuck
Just
you.
like Mass Effect. You guys, I hate fans.
Ass.
The only good fans are fans of this show. And fans of anime
And then
are
us.
okay. Yeah.
And then us, our fandom towards other things is also good.
Yeah, that's my fandom for Metal Gear is fine. Podcast, talkingreckless.com is an email address, or just drop them on the Discord, which you should join anyways. Go check out the Film Club. I have no idea what's going on in the Film Club.
We are currently in the middle of, I mean, I don't want to call it loosely the apex of the fucking Talking Reckless Film Club.
Might be the best it'll ever be.
It is Heist Week right now.
Oh, shit.
There is limitless fucking candidates here. All of them hitting harder than the last.
Your nominations so far are Snatch, Heat, National Treasure, Big Fat Liar, Logan Lucky, Inside Man, Hell or High Water, Ocean's 11, The Town, Point Break, Gone in 60 Seconds, and Sneakers.
And there's so many great ones that aren't on there, but you can only pick one per person. Yeah. We need more people.
I'd vote for Limitless. I like that movie.
Fucking go in there, put Limitless in
Is
there.
that a heist? Is Limitless a heist
No,
movie?
Brando said that the possibilities were limitless.
This is Bradley Cooper. They made a TV show also.
I was going to say, I've never seen that movie.
Not good.
You ever seen the movie? Really? That's a good movie. You should watch that movie. I don't know how good the show is, but that movie's great. Great film. Tremendous film.
Robert De Niro? Bradley Cooper and Robert De Niro? Yeah. I think I have seen it. Heist films.
I'd watch it. I'll fucking watch it.
It's not a heist film, though, for the record. I was aware of that.
Yes.
What's one of my favorite heist films? All my favorites are on here is the problem.
Now You
Fast
See
5
Me.
is not on there.
Stop it. Now You See Me is one of the
Now
worst.
You See Me.
The only
2.
movie worse than Now You See Me is Now You See Me 2.
Get in there, put something
The
dumb on there.
Bank Job.
I was gonna say is like the Italian Job or the Bank
The Italian Job is not on there, and it should be.
That's where they
I'm very
drag
pro Italian
the
Job.
vault behind the Coopers,
That's
the Mini
Fast
Coopers.
Five.
Don't they?
Did they do that?
I think
They
do
definitely
that
have
in-
Mini Coopers in. I don't know if they drag the safe though.
Pretty sure they
Never.
drag the safe
They
on
do-
like the pier.
So I don't want to no spoils, but also spoils. They do the bit with the fucking where they have the billboard fall down on the road and cover the hole. Is that Italian Job? And then that's where they do the switch, or is that Fast Five?
It's not Fast. I know Fast 5. That's not Fast 5. I don't know the other
Fast
movie,
5
so it must be the other movie.
The Fast Five is the one where they're dragging the fucking safe through Brazil though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all blends together eventually.
Yeah.
Mini Coopers though. Italian Job for sure is Mini Coopers.
Yes.
That's all I can
That's
tell
a
you.
great movie.
Yeah. Which is the bank job better than the Italian job? They're the same franchise. They're the same cast. We don't
Italian
know.
Job is. I do not believe Italian Job is a sequel. So maybe a Bank Job is a sequel. I've never seen Bank Job.
Oh, me neither.
Trailer Park Boys: The Big Dirty.
Book it.
There you go.
Is
I get some votes.
The Rock a heist? Is a breakout film a heist film? Not really, I guess.
No, Rock isn't.
That'd be a
The
break.
Rock isn't even a.
That'd be a breakout.
Con
film.
Air.
Rock isn't even a breakout film. It's just the thing is happening at the Rock.
I thought
The crime.
I've never seen. I thought The Rock was them trying to get off Alcatraz.
No, the good guys go to Alcatraz to stop the bad guys who are taking over Alcatraz.
Oh fuck! I should probably watch The Rock.
Wait, what did you think The Rock was?
I thought it was about people.
It doesn't matter what you thought The Rock was.
Just walked right
See,
into
that's a
it.
good. But I'll let you in on a secret. That was what we in the biz call a work. I even remembered to say I thought.
I thought, yeah, that was good. You done good, kid.
Come join us on the Discord. Get in the film club. We also have a text RPG in there, which is. I mean, it seems like we're the greatest of all time. I don't know. We're. I'm just gonna say some words. We're level 5 here. Mini arenas. Mining. Horse breeding. Horse breeding is a big part of it. Go and
Horse cocks.
Go and enjoy that. Horse cocks. If you don't know anything about that but want to get involved, you can just throw something in the Epic RPG chat channel, and the folks who know what's up can help you get on the team, in the guild, in the clan. I don't think we're saying clan anymore. I don't think. Probably guild. What is? Were you just too sweeting your own microphone?
I thought you were getting close to rapping, so I was going to try and hit it,
Oh,
and then
I
I
am.
realized it was.
Go
You-
I was moving too fast.
Do a few more of these shows, and you'll realize that the wrap up's about 27 minutes.
Yeah. It's this is verbal diarrhea of the podcast. This is Matt's stream of consciousness.
We're
Dip
going
your toes
back into
in
the
every
complaining
week.
corner.
That's
at the
right.
end,
Yep.
as we
You
do.
know, what's the deal with Discord links?
Airplane, food.
You never get any good fish. Podcast at talkingreckless.com. Email address. Write in your thoughts. Join us on the Discord. Head on over to the website. Check out the Patreon over at patreon.com/talkingrecklesspodcast. Rate and review us as well. I don't know if this was this episode was maybe like a 4.9 star, but usually I think we're a 5-star podcast. So hopefully,
Any podcast that has me on it is a 5-star podcast.
boom,
sir.
there you go. Coming to you live from
He's wearing a T-shirt that says the same thing.
the undisclosed. Oh no, your background unblurred.
Yeah, I did that on purpose because it was freezing up.
Oh, we can see more of where you are. We better get out of here quick. Thanks very much for listening, supporting over on the Patreon. Go rate and review, and we'll see you here next week on the next episode of the Talk Reckless podcast. We'll see you then. I'm going to turn the stream off. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Before you leave, if you haven't voted, make sure to put the NFTs on the fucking poll. Put the NFTs on if you haven't voted yet. NFTs.
Are we looping back
Kid.
through his? We are. That was weird. Hit it again.